What day of the week is it today? Thursday? No, Wednesday. Anyways, bring some stuff to the post office today, and sold 3 things yesterday, 1 thing this morning. This morning I sold a furnace control board, $150. I think that's going to Iowa. I got those two mixed up. And then there's 3 other small things from yesterday. Mommy told us that there's some stuff at our drop-off bin, so we're going to check that out today and see what's there. What do you think is going to be at the drop-off bin? Microwave plates. Go check it out. It looks like a few boxes here. Whole bunch of different things here today. This is just like, from what I can tell, it's just all wire. Might be a few different things down there. It looks like it's for an antenna. And it'll be fun going through all this. I like going through mystery boxes like that. Oh, actually, that's a door controller for a garage door. I've sold those before. That's good. What's that? Are you bleeding? Raspberry juice on your thumbs.
Yeah.
Bag full of batteries. Look at that. They go through and label each one. In that bag was a cell phone. This new halogen light. Shaver. All these things. A whole bunch of AC adapters. This bag. Just mostly Romex. Some more CDs and discs. Old flashlights. There's this thing. Don't know what that is. And big thing full of discs. Can't quite tell. Looks like they have been used before, but then I have like 3 of these packs. They look brand new. These old diskettes are good. Cool. And a label maker. Okay. And there's this thing here. Yeah, not too sure what that is. I was working on eBay last night and I found some stuff that I've totally underestimated the value of, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. Over here is kind of some of the stuff I'm about to take pictures of. One thing that I've had this for a long time. This is from a cooktop range. So this is the range that, it sits in your counter and you cut a big hole in your countertop and you plop this thing in. It's really, really big. So anyways, I got called for a pickup. One guy they were selling their house and they were remodeling, and so they just redid their whole kitchen. And he said all of this stuff worked. It's just they're getting all new matching appliances to resell their house. So I took apart this. I had this stuff sitting around in my my shed for a while, over a year now, and I finally got around to listing it. Let me show you the prices of some of this stuff here. That is that's the thing I was just showing you there. It's a radiant glass cooktop cartridge, and that's the model number that I have. So that's it right there, $354.75. This person has sold 62 of them. Now that's a brand new part. The one that I have back there, that's it's not brand new, but it has hardly been used. He said it came in styrofoam and everything, so he said they just never used it. It came with their thing, but it's pretty much brand new. So here's my drafts right now. I'm going to try and sell mine for $250. So yeah, if you ever come across those grills, those ranges on the side of the road or whatever, check out those cartridges, the glass, especially when they're the glass top, because they really do sell very well. And it makes sense too, compared to the standalone range. as opposed to the insert countertop range, because people, if they've already cut a big hole in their countertop, it's going to be a lot harder for them to replace it as opposed to the big standalones. So I think they're be more willing to spend extra money to get a replacement part for that. So keep that in mind. You know, you find those things on the side of the road, and oftentimes they're just caked in grease and crud. But you know, if you can make $100 off of it, you may want to put the time and effort in to clean it up. Yeah, down here's some other stuff there that I made listings for. Sometimes I'm just amazed by this, you know, what the stuff that you'll find and you'll come across. This is an engine tuning tool for a Dodge or a Cummins diesel engine. So it's a barring tool, I think it's called. Anyways, I almost gave up on it until I saw a little number here, a little serial number there, and I finally was able to look it up. I'm going to sell this for $50, and they have sold before on eBay. This is another little switch here from a furnace, little limit switch. I'm going to try and sell that for, I think it was like $30 or so. And again, that has sold before on eBay. Same with like these little air pressure switches. I think that was $45 for that. And of course, that one there, I think, what I say, $250 for that, $250. This one here, this inducer motor, $200 for that. And another inducer motor, I'm going to sell that one for $150. Also here, this is a hot water tank gas valve. Sell those for $100. The IntelliVent gas valves. There's another circuit board back there for a furnace. That was $75. I think that one's pretty cruddy, but it works fine. So I think that one was like $40 or so. A whole bunch of these furniture legs. That was a smaller listing. I think it was like $25 or so. And I'm putting this Technics turntable for parts to repair, putting the whole thing up for auction for starting at $40. See if I get any action on that. But it's missing the power cord. I can't plug it in. Too bad. It's kind of a neat one too. Yeah, so that's kind of the things that I'm working on. And then these grills too from that same cooktop. These is incredible. If you want to buy these brand new off some of the parts websites, they're asking like $120 for the pair. I'm only going to try and sell these ones for $40. It's crazy. But yeah, so I'm going to take pictures now. Alright guys, Monday morning, and just going to start packaging up this stuff here. Here's a pair of Craftsman snowblower tires. I guess they could be used on other things like a lawn tractor or something. I was selling each one for $40, but I took a best offer of $22.50. So $45 for both, and that's okay. You know, it's almost like half price what I was asking, but you know, when you don't have any money put into this stuff, you don't mind like taking a lower offer. They've been up for a little while, so I was just happy to get $45. I think it's a good deal. And I paid $20 for shipping. That's going to Ontario. This thing here has been up for a long time, so this is just a record. So this is how I package it, and make sure you always use a big box. Because these things are very breakable when you're shipping them. Lots of stuffing. So this is an older one. It's by the Platters. They made a lot of good music. So it's just one vinyl. This has been up. I looked at when I posted this. It's one of the first very early things I posted. It's been up since December 2015. That's what you do, guys. You just list it and forget it. But I sold this one for $24.95 and $10 for shipping. Going to Quebec. Over here is a motherboard for Acer computer. Yeah, so I sold this one for $55 and $18 for shipping. Going to Quebec. So it's pretty basic motherboard. Again, that's been up for a long time, but like I was just saying, just list it and forget it. This is another small little sale, but I like selling these appliance knobs. So this is just appliance knob for a Whirlpool washer and or dryer. Sold that for $9.95, so $10 and $12 for shipping. It's actually a little bit dirty there. I'm going to clean that off before I ship it. So this here is a treadmill motor. It's going to BC. $100, $99.95, and $40 for shipping because it's going pretty far, going to the other side of the country. So these are, I find that these sell very well whenever I get them you know, it may take a little while, but they do eventually sell, and you know, I like selling them because it's just an easy thing to test. You know, I just make sure you test it when it's inside the treadmill. You know, plugging in these wires. Not too sure how you would connect them, and you might need to connect it to a transformer first to step down because it's a DC motor. So I don't really know how all that goes. But anyway, so yeah, these people buy these as replacement parts. Also, they could fabricate these to being, I know people make windmills out of motors like this. This one has like a little circulating fan on the back. There's some that you might find. One time I sold a treadmill and I got negative feedback from the customer. And the reason why is that on some of these treadmills, there's like a little mechanism on the top here, and that's actually like a speed control. So it tells like the treadmill how fast the motor is running. So anyways, as I was shipping it, that speed control got knocked out of alignment, and so when he got it, I guess he had a hard time getting it back into the right position. So he didn't like that, and he left me negative feedback. So just keep that in mind next time if you ever try and sell one of these motors, that some of them have like a little mechanism here. So keep that in mind. It's a speed control. It's very important that stays in alignment. This here is a transformer for an oil burner, from an oil burning furnace. So this is called a Allinson. So I've sold these before. Again, same thing with the motors. These tend to just fly off the shelf for me, even though it may take it takes a little bit of time. It doesn't fly off the shelf, but they always do sell. So this is sold this one for $39.95, $20 for shipping, going to Texas. Yeah. So I just noticed that I called it the name here is called Allinson, and I missed this middle N, so I was listing it as Allison. You know, it's just reminded me that you want to make sure in your titles, all of your spelling is correct and your grammar is good, because if your spelling is off or like your part numbers are off, you may never sell your thing. And last thing here, I already have it in the box. This is a detergent dispenser for a Samsung washing machine. So you see there, it's where all the liquid or powdered detergent goes for your washing machine. And I sold that one for $29.95 and $20 for shipping, going to BC. So yeah, again, I like selling these things. They're very easy to take out. But they can be very dirty, so you want to make sure that you clean it out the best you can. And it can get a little bit, it's not disgusting, it can get really, really caked with detergent, so you have to have you have to put in your sink and just get a brush and really get in there and scrub it all out. Back here, this is just some stuff that it hasn't sold or anything. I just have it sitting up here. This is a Singer sewing machine that I took apart. And so a lot of these parts are, you know, some of these parts aren't very good. You know, they won't sell. So what I do is I just put them in a bag, and then I just sell them like that. You know, rather than selling the whole machine together, I just put all the parts individually and then sell it as a lot. But there are some that I will sell individually. One is this Bobby Singer mechanism. So that was selling pretty well on eBay, and I'm going to include these bobby pins, bobby spools rather, with it. And then these are like these templates, and I saw that some of them were going for a lot of money. I was surprised. I just found these at the bottom of the crate of the sewing machine that I got. Pretty much everything else I'll just put in the bag, sell it as a lot. Maybe I'll sell this light, you know, it has a nice glass there and stuff. But other than that, I just put it in a bag, and then up here is kind of where I'm keeping some other, you know, same deal there. I just put the model number of the sewing machine, put it in a bag. There's only 2 bags in there, so that's what I've been doing. And then when I get enough bags or parts, I'll just sell it in one big lot. And usually you get like these sewing machine hospitals that will want spare parts on hand. So I finally made it outside, and it's about 4 o'clock now. The packaging, it just takes so long for me to do it all. But I'll show you guys what I was doing over the weekend. It's Monday now. Didn't go anywhere over the weekend, just stayed home, but I did a lot of work outside. I just cleaned up the yard. So right over here, this place here, this is where I used to have a big pile of brush from when we had 3 big trees up there. They were just giant. They were like giant, like that size or even bigger, like these big ones here. And so all the brush, I just piled it here. So I took it and I burned it. So I just burned all of it, and there was another pile right up here. I've had this fire going for about 3 days straight, and finally got everything burned. And I also had a whole bunch of lumber around here, scrap lumber that I was planning to burn, and it was sitting there all through the winter time and everything, so I finally got through that and burned it. But yeah, this is going to take a long time to go away. You can see it's just all coals. It's going to be there for a while. It's really hot. And this is, I think, where I'm going to put my trailer. So I'm going to set up my trailer here and put all loose scrap steel, light iron into the trailer. I still have all that side to get through. Man, I keep my yard really nice and neat, but this year I've just let it go. I've just been working hard on some other things, and some of these things like these plants, they just get so big so fast. It's all back in there. Oh well. And I stopped by my scrap recycling bin there. The people at the little business that helped me set up this scrap drop-off bin, they had all these bulbs, and I said I would get rid of them for her, because I just stockpile all my hazardous waste and I bring it into the city all at once. But yeah, so they changed out all of their ballasts and all their light fixtures. So they gave me all of their ballasts there, and yeah, the guy cut off all the wires too. So it's a big little bag of wires, and I also got like a bin, or not bin, TV from my bin, and this thing here. Nothing else really exciting down there. Usual, like, electronics, like all these routers. And so I'm going to spend the rest of the day out here today just tinkering around with the stuff on the truck and in my shed. But this is my front yard, and I finally got around to mowing it. It's mostly just weeds, really. There's not very much grass out here. Our kids have a little rabbit. We put it out here, and he really likes it there. He's always jumping around. This is all, you guys might recognize this stuff here. This is all air conditioner. It's like all the central air conditioners come with a little cage. So I just have a whole bunch of them laying around, and I zip tie them together. It's really good for small animals. You could use that to cage in, even if you have a garden or something, you could use that stuff. All sorts of different things you could use it for. I've kind of made a rough calculation on how much it would cost for me to get this into like a car carrier trailer. It would probably be around like $1,500 to $2,000, $1,500, $2,000, and I just don't want to sink in money to it. So I'm going to sell it as is. And I'm thinking, I think what I'll do is I'll put it up for like $800, and to me, I think that's high, but it's better to go high than to go low, I think. And so if someone gave me an offer of $500 for this thing, I would take it, but I'm going to put it up for $800. There's just a little bit of copper still on it that I want to take off, and there's a big wire that it still has all this wiring on it. Just going to take that off before I take the pictures. But yeah, I mean, it's 24 feet long. It's a big one. It's from a camper trailer that someone gave me for free, and I just hauled it back home. So it's just, I tore out the whole thing, and this is the base that's still left over. the tires, it would need new tires, and I imagine it would need new brakes as well for the axles. So you're just looking at a lot of money put into this thing. And the other thing you would have to do is cut off the back here and then weld on, take that end piece and then weld it on here somewhere. Yeah. So it's a lot of time, a lot of money, and but it's a dual axle trailer. I'm sure someone would want to buy it from me. Little rabbit. Oh yeah, and I'm down to one chicken left. You're the sole survivor. There are so many raccoons up in these trees, and yeah, if you don't close their door to their coop, you know what happens. These raccoons are just vicious. All right, scrap day. We're getting it done. Working on this pile here. It's pretty big, so I figured today I didn't get called to the shop to pick up anything, so might as well just try and get some of this stuff to the scrap yard. Here's a big load: refrigerator, hot water tank, patio heater, and a bunch of other loose tin. So yeah, I just want to do this real fast. So I find if I use the trailer, it just slows me down quite a bit, because they have a pretty tight yard there. It's not easy to move around. So I'm just going to do this. The yard's only 10 minutes from my house, so I'm just there and back real quick. And I'm just going to see how much I can get done today. I'd love to get all of this moved. It's probably like, after this, it's probably like 3 more loads of steel. But like I said, we'll try and get as much done as possible. And I'll let you guys know how much I make. All right, back again. Load it up once more. That's load number 2. There's the pile there. It's getting a bit smaller. And yeah, so that was, last load there was 840 pounds, and I made 57 bucks from that. So this one's a bit more loose. Not there's less heavy stuff in there, but or less big pieces. But we'll see. It may be a little bit less. I'm guessing around like 700 pounds for this load. All right. So this is load number 3. Everything's tied down really well. I got some bungees up there, and I have this big strap here holding down this treadmill. So it's really good. It's not going to go anywhere. So I want to get rid of this big pipe here, so I can't close the back gate. Yeah. So that last load was 800 pounds, 54 bucks. And this is what's left. I think I can get this in one more load. So I'm on a good roll here today. Just want to keep it up. And all right, just like that, it's all done. It's all gone. So this is what it looks like. It's all bungeed up there really tight, so it's not going to go anywhere. But going to bring this to the yard. That last load was 700 pounds, 47 bucks. So I think what am I on? Load number 4, and it's almost like 4 o'clock or 4:30, something like that. I don't know. I got a little lightheaded there while I was loading this up. It's really, really hot. So last load to the scrap yard, and so all this steel I should make about 200 bucks, give or take. It's pretty hard getting it all loaded up, but I was managed to do it all. I mean, I started around 1 o'clock. It's like 4:30 right now. 4 loads of steel there and back, and but if I had the trailer, I'm not sure if it would have saved me time or not. It may have, but I just like to do it without, so I can just do it, just zip around with my truck without a trailer on. It's much nicer. So after this, I have to go to the bin. There's a air conditioner there for me. Someone dropped off an air conditioner, central air, not a window shaker. Oh yeah, first at the scrap yard, I'm going to check out, they said they get a whole bunch of scrap tires from the cars that they take apart, and so I'm welcome to take, or I have to buy tires from them. So they charge, I'm not sure how much they'll charge me, but sure, they'll give me a really good price. It depends if it's on aluminum rim or not. But then, so I'm going to look through all their scrap tires, see if there's any that will fit my truck. Air conditioner. And aluminum. Alright guys, just pulled into the driveway. I did all my tickets, added it all up. 3,000 pounds, and it was just over $200, about 205 bucks for all that. So, it's a hard day's work, and you saw there I got the air conditioner in the back, and my contact at the shop said tomorrow they have 4 air conditioners for me, plus some other stuff. So there's no shortage of scrap out there, boys. You just got to go look for it. It's everywhere. It's just everywhere. I'm maxed out. Okay guys, it's just a little bit late here tonight, but I'm working on my Nintendo here. I bought this off of a Facebook group for about 30 bucks. Got this thing for a pretty good deal. So I've taken it all apart. I showed in my last video. This is a replacement part that just came in the mail. It's a 72 pin connector. You can get them on eBay. I got this one on eBay for 12 bucks. And there's the old one. You can barely tell. There's a bit of a difference, and you can tell these pins here are all bent, and these ones here are not. So I'm gonna put it all back together. This pin connector goes on this motherboard. Okay, so like that. Here it is. I put it all back together. The new 72 pin connector. Put that inside, and it loaded right up, no problem. Just going to the scrapyard now, but this time bringing e-waste. Lots and lots of it, just TVs, printers, you name it. So, bring that to my scrapyard. They give me 5 cents a pound for TVs and stuff like that. Just a good way to get rid of this stuff. And then I have a pickup at my shop. They called me yesterday, and they said that they had a bunch of air conditioners for me. So we'll see what that's like today. All right, just finished unloading all those TVs. 900 pounds, 5 cents a pound, 45 bucks. There we have it. 45 bucks. So, gonna go get my ticket scanned and go get paid, and then we got a pickup to do. All right, guys, made it back home, and this is my haul. It's pretty good. So I got well, how many air conditioners here? 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners. There's a skinny one back there. You can't see it underneath that bin. And then I think I have 3 of those ACRs from the furnaces. So yeah, this shop is giving me a lot of good scrap. Really good place. And it's going to take me a while to take all this stuff apart though, because I have to do some packages right now for eBay. So thanks so much for watching the video, guys, and make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Also, if you could do me a favor and share the video, that'd be appreciated. And there's a little social media tabs underneath just above the video description. I believe that's where it is, and you can share it on Facebook or Twitter or whatever else they have there. That'd be appreciated, guys. Until next time, keep scrapping and enjoy the rest of your summer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, you're shedding. Oh, look at that. Oh, Haley dog. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa.